Hello everybody, welcome to another video of Hearts of Ryan with me, Ryan. So, we've done our first set of tutorial videos, tutorial 1 on player movement, tutorial 2 on player control, and tutorial 3, which has put both of them together into doing our first quest. So, we've done all this. We now know how to play the game, we know how to do a quest, but what do we actually do? What is this game about? Well, very simply put, the game is about becoming a pirate and achieving pirate legend status. That is number one goal. Number one goal of being a pirate. So, how would we do that? Well, simply put, the easiest way to do it is by doing quests for each of the trade companies and then starting again and again and again and again until you get to level 75 or level 50 if you want to be pirate legend. So that's pretty boring, but it is kind of how it is. But you can make it quicker by doing certain things. So we're going to do some techniques today. I'm going to show you, first of all, this is going to be the first video, which is going to be on how to do the merchants, because the merchants are the easiest to do in terms of having to do what quests you do. They're the simplest quests. They might take the longest, I think, to do it, but they are the quickest and easiest to achieve without getting killed or having to restart or whatever. So let's go straight into the guide. We'll work out what we do. We'll show you kind of step by step. Though this guide does start on the basis that you know what an emissary is. So if you don't know, please watch one of my previous videos, which covers that, the quest video. It also requires you to have enough money to have purchased the emissary flag. So let's get straight into it. Right. Welcome to Galleon's Grave. We're now at the Sea of Thieves. So, we've done our tutorial quests, and now we're going to set sail, and we want to get to Pirate Legend. Now, to be a Pirate Legend, we need to get the following. We need to have 50 on either Reapers, Gold Hoarders, Merchant Alliance, Order of Souls. In any of these four, we need to have 3 of them at 50. And as you can see, I have achieved that. I haven't quite finished it off. I need to get 75 on them all. But I'm working on it. I mean, I kind of mess around on stream these days, so I don't really do much of these anymore. But maybe I should do more. So we want today to focus on Merchant Alliance. This is the easiest one to do when you're a new player. So how do we do it? Basically, like I said in the intro, we need to have been able to have purchased the flag. So we need to have at least 25,000 to start. So you vote the flag. We get the emissary flag. There we go. Very important. The emissary flag is going to allow us to make 2.5 times more money if we're grade 5. That's 2.5 times more money, which is 2.5 times more reputation. We desperately need to have this. So we've put the flag down. What do we do now? Do we do a quest? How does it work? Well, there's different techniques. So technique number 1, which is very simple.
What's up, Captain?
Speak to the merchant. Browse the offers. Take the quest for cargo runs. So you take the cargo run.
Until next time,
And
Captain.
then basically what happens is you go to your ship, you vote the voyage, vote for the quest, you go back to the merchant, very important, and you pick up the cargo. Although I think this one I need to actually, because I'm a bit further along, I need to go to Tess. There we go. So we need to go and find Tess. Now, Tess will be in the tavern because the names start with the first letter of the building that they are in. So here she is. So you just pick up the cargo like this, drop it all down on the floor. There are 8 crates with this quest, but they do change depending on what level you are. And as you can see, there's a delivery note here that says delivered to Mandy at Daggertooth. So we've only got to take a little way. But what we're going to do is take it to the ship and place it on board. Be very careful with some of the equipment. So for example, bottles, as you can hear that, they will crack if you don't look after them. If you drop them, if you get hit by a cannonball, that sort of thing, they will break. And if they break, they will lose money. So I'm just going to quickly grab all the rum bowls and then we'll move on to the next one. Okay, next up, plants. So plants are annoying, as you can see, because you literally can't see anything. So it doesn't really help when you're trying to move around. However, with plants, their problem is they need water to survive. So the drier they are, the less money you're going to get. They will change, you'll notice because it will change name. It'll be like, it'll go from plants to weathered plants or wilted plants, shall we say, and vice versa. So let's quickly grab the other one and then we'll go to the cloth. Okay, cloth. So cloth, again, just like the rum and the plants, have a weakness that you need to make sure it doesn't happen, and they can't get wet. They will become damp, and damp does not sell well. And basically how it works is that if you sell everything in pristine condition, you'll make a lot more money than you would do if you sold everything in a terrible condition. And it will affect your reputation as well. So bear that in mind. Right, so I'm going to put these on the ship. I'm going to take them to Dagtooth and we'll pick it back up when I get there. Okay, a little side note while we're on our way. One thing you want to do as well, if you want to become a pirate legend and do it quickly, one, I wouldn't suggest to do it quickly because part of the game is to enjoy the process. So definitely just relax, just chill out, just, you know, just do it as it comes. That's definitely what I've been doing for the last, like, what, 2.5 years? Or however long this game's been out now. But one thing I would do is every single meg or skelly ship, as you can see over there, that you find, attack it. Kill it. Kill the megs. Kill the ships. The more you kill, the better reputation you get, because you'll get more loot. Simple as that. The megs would drop loot. The skelly ships drop loot. They might not be so easy, but they do drop loot. Okay. Right, back to travelling. Right, okay everybody. So I've arrived at Dagtooth. I've literally just sunk a ship behind me. I went over to the ship a minute ago just to see what they were up to, because obviously they were in my way. I wanted to make sure they weren't going to like try and mess about with me, but they decided to kill me. So I went and sorted them out. It was a brig with 2 people on it, so it's probably an open crew. So now they're done and dusted. Let's go and pull ourselves up to the dock and sell what we've got. Unfortunately, I didn't show you it on the camera because I got there and there was no one there. They seemed to have all either died or they'd logged off, so there was nothing of interest to watch. So, when you get there, obviously park up. Don't crash, which I'm going to do. Not too bad, not too bad. No holes? Nah, no holes. Okay, so as the delivery note says, we've got to go to Mandy. So she's the trader. So let's try not to break the bottles. This is Mandy. Deliver. And there you go. You'll also notice that when you press the deliver button, the little blue circle on the left will go up. That is your emissary. So as that goes up to higher levels, if I don't miss the ship, then you will get more money from it. So once we get to level 2, which you'll see in a second, we will earn more money for what we sell. So here we go, we are now level 2. If you look at the sales, we are now, oh my god, very, very bad jumping today. We now have 2 notches. So now we should get, I think it's 0.5 more. So is there 50% extra? There you go, in the brackets, you'll see we got 232, so just less than 50%. And then as we continue going, our reputation will increase just like that. As you get to the higher levels, it's pretty slow going, but as you can see, we are making cash. So I'm just going to continue selling these, and then we'll move on to method number 2. Right, so method number 1. Let's recap it quickly. Cargo runs. So you buy your cargo from the merchant. You buy the voyage from the Merchant Alliance. You then vote for the voyage. You go to wherever the voyage is telling you to go. The first letter of the name of the person will always match the building they're in. So, for example, Tanya, she was the lady in the tavern because of tavern. And you'll hear like Wilhelmina, or I think it's like Charlie. You know what I mean, like for clothes shops. Go there, go grab the stuff, take it to the island that it tells you to, and sell it to the merchant there, and job done. That will net you money. It will net you reputation, but it will be quite slow, and it's pretty boring as well, to be honest, doing that all day. Some people find it quite relaxing. Let's go to method number 2. So I've got the Emissary still on. We talk to the senior trader, but this time, so they click on the first one, click the bottom one, and this is the commodities. So if we right bumper here or go to the next screen, you'll see all these commodities here. Now, we can buy them all, and that's fine. Or we could just buy the ones that are in plentiful supply, as you can see. Now, if we go to this inventory here, and I get a deed for it going onto this, and we click into each one of the options, we have different outposts want different supplies. So we are trying to buy unrefined spices. So we need to find which outpost is sought after unrefined spices. So known in the Shores of Plenty. Ancient Spire, look, there we go. Sought after unrefined spices. So let's buy up these unrefined spices. And they do cost 150 each, but that's not too much. So let's grab them all. And once we purchased all of them, we'll come out of this screen. And it's just the same as the cargo runs, where we just pick up the boxes. As you can see, we just got loads and loads of boxes. It does look like a lot, but it's not really. But it will make you a ton of money. So let's take it to the ship, and I'll be back once I'm done. We finally made it. It's taken me a little while to get here, to be honest. Nowhere to lie, I'm also working at the same time, so in between sailing, I've been like looking at emails and stuff, and I crashed because I was too busy looking at my laptop and not my game. So obviously as I should, but yeah, so it's taken me a little while, and travel across the seas is quite slow if you haven't got the wind, which I didn't have for a little while, so that really wasn't helping. But we're here, so just a quick check that everything's good. So what do we do now? So basically we take these spices and we sell. And you'll see that it says commodity sold for high profit added to log. So when you see that, you know you've gone to the right place. And the emissary will go up as always. And as you can see, we're now going to be grade 3. So just sell the rest. So that is pretty quick. I mean, I picked up a load of crates, sold them, and I brought them to the next outpost pretty quickly. And you can double that up and triple it up and whatever. You can buy all the crates, sell them as you go along, and just do a big loop of all the outposts. I did that before, and it's pretty fun for a little while, and then it gets a little bit tedious. But I think you'll find that if you wanted just a chill streaming or a chill stream, that's what I did. If you want to do just to have a chill game, and you just want to go around and sail, and just go to different outposts, and, you know, not have to fight anybody or do anything too taxing, this is the quest for you. And it will, you know, level you up pretty quickly, actually, to be fair. I think if you look at my emissary now, we're now 3.5. We're up to 39,000 doing those two little quests. So you do get there eventually, but it is still, this merchant is very slow. Welcome back, everybody. It's been about 8 hours for me, but about 2 seconds for you. So I've been very busy. I had to stop halfway through today and get some other stuff done. So let's get on to the final one. So number 3 on our list is to do the merchant manifests. So I'm just going to quickly vote down the emissary flag before I forget. So we've lost our emissary flag, which is a bit disappointing, but it is what it is. You know, times are busy, so gotta do it. How do we do this then? So number 3 is merchant manifests.
Quickly now, what do you want?
So if we open the merchant offers, you will get a quest here. Now you won't be able to do manifest, I don't think, until you get to a certain level. Don't quote me on it, because I'm very far behind on like how long. It's been a while, let's just say, since I've been lower than this. So let's grab the shipment and head to the ship. So just like any voyage, place it down on the table and then vote. Right, so how does this quest work? Well, very simply, you have to find a manifest. The manifest is on a shipwreck, and in order to find the shipwreck we have to trace the manifest location from clues. So if we bring up the quest radio, we get a map. So this is what the official like voyage was. So they were going from Golden Sands to Dagtooth. So that's a fairly long journey. We just have to follow the guidelines, and every time we come across some birds in the sky, we must stop and grab whatever's there. So if we have a look at the map, we are currently here, and there's a Reaper 5 on that. Just what you need. Right, so we're here at Golden Sands. If you remember the picture, it goes underneath Cannon Cove, as you can see there. So it will go along here, and then it will go up through here, like that, towards Dagtooth. So if we follow east, we'll come across some birds. And so I'm fully aware there's a Reaper 5. So if it comes to the case where they find me and I can't sink them, then I will have to restart again, which is just what everybody wants. Right, so let's go straight east. So if you see here, I've just got the spyglass here, and I can see these birds flying in the sky. They're quite far away, but that's where we need to go. So we're just going to keep following this path. They're over there in that direction. So we'll just keep following that. Okay, so once you actually arrive at the birds, you'll find a lot of debris in the water. So what we're looking for is 2 things. Firstly, we're looking for that blue striped crate just there, which will have the clue inside. And you're looking for any shining glints in the water, because we're also looking for a key. Once we find the key, well, I'll discuss what it's for. But in the meantime, I'm just going to grab everything on board. Okay, everything's on board. There was only 2 crates. Not great. And we have the clue. So let's read the clue. What does it say? It says, why do we have to stop and see Seric? I don't believe half that they say sometimes. The North Star Seapost usually has good supplies. At least we'll get something. So what's that saying is we need to go to the Seapost. And the Seapost is directly ahead of us. So let's head there. Alright, so once we arrive at the Seapost, we need to speak to Seric. But you will notice when you get to the Seapost in the islands, they will have the crates waiting for you. So just grab them. And then we'll need to speak to Seric.
Some company at last. How's Merrick? Still behaving himself? Tell me if you see Merrick shark hunting again.
Okay, so Seric will give us the parchment with the clue on it. He'll say, one of these manifests, the Captain's things are valuable. Ask her when we reach run out isle. So you get the idea. So let's go to Run Runner, which is there away from here actually. Where is it? Oh no, it's there. So we'll head there, and then I'll come back once I find either the key or we're right at the end of the quest. Okay, so after about 15 minutes of grabbing clues, I haven't actually managed to find the key. And I know this because this last clue is the last clue, just because of the last sentence. Full speed ahead to our goal. That means you know you're at the end. What I think has happened is because the last clue was at Hidden Spring Keep. Well, this Reaper was actually at Hidden Spring Keep when I started the quest. So I'm going to guess that the key spawned when they picked it up. Because I can't really think of another way it's where it is, because I didn't see it at all. So now we're at the end, we need to find the shipwreck. So we want to be looking for some birds in the air. They will point us to the shipwreck. They're not the easiest things to spot in the world, but we need to keep heading towards Daggertooth, and eventually we'll see them in the sky. There they are. So let's head to them. Okay, so once we arrive at the birds, very simply, just jump in and go to the ship. So what I'm talking about with the key, so I'll explain the key now. The key, you get the key and it unlocks this door right here, and without it you can't get in. And look at all these, like get in the right position, look at all those chests in there. It's a shame because I thought we'd get a good haul here, but it is what it is, and I'm sure when you guys do it you will find it. So what we're looking for, which is what we're looking for, the manifest now. It's the last thing we need. That could be quite useful in a minute, so I'm going to go and kick the level 5 Reapers. So I couldn't see it that time, so it's in very different places all the time. This is one of the things that you will come to realise as well. So it could be in the crow's nest, to be fair. It's usually the ship's wheel, which is why I looked there first. It could be, here it is, for example, right here, look. And this is what we're getting, Revere the Merchant Manifest. As soon as we grab it, the voyage gets completed. So what you normally would do is you would grab everything, bring it to the surface, put it on your ship, and take it to the outpost and sell. So let's just quickly take this to the outpost, and then we will have a discussion. One of the biggest advantages of doing this merchant quest and why it's so quick, it's not the quickest quest in the game, but it's pretty quick, is because you always end up at an outpost. Because the merchant ship will always crash near the outpost. Okay, so when you bring the manifest back, you sell it to the merchant just like anywhere else, and you receive a nice profit. And honestly, you make so much money with these. It's great. Plus, I have all these crates to sell as well, which is really going to help. So I'm just going to quickly sell them all, and then we'll finish up with a conclusion to it and what I think. Okay, and so with the last crate sold, as you can see, nice little profit for that one as well. You'll find that a lot of the reputation will come from the manifests. These crates don't give you a lot of reputation, but it does add up. Now, just before we finish up with technique number 3, I'm going to just lower the emissary flag. So what's going to happen is once you finish for the day and you know that you're no longer going to be using the flag, you're no longer going to be playing the game, if you lower the flag, you will get money based on what level you are. So I was level 3, so I got 2625 in gold for that. If you're level 5, you'll get 5,000. So it really is worth it. Plus you'll get emissary reputation for doing it. So that is the 3 best techniques to bring up your merchant reputation. There are 2 more techniques. So I'm not sure if I covered it earlier in the video or not. I can't remember now. It's been a while. There are, if you go to Ancient Spire or to Morrow's Peak. So if I quickly run to the map table. So if we run all the way over here. So if you go to where are we? Ancient Spire or Morrow's Peak, you can get cargo runs that are different. So you can get Devil's Roar cargo runs, and they are worth more money and they are worth more reputation. And now these cargo runs are exactly the same. They do exactly the same thing. However, they do give you more money and more reputation. The danger is that Morrow's Peak has a volcano. There you go. And it's quite active. And the pieces of rock really hurt your ship. They set it on fire. They damage it pretty badly. Plus the water, if you get knocked off, the water is boiling, so you'll take even more damage. The Morrow's Peak and the whole Devil's Roar is pretty bad. And that's why a lot of people won't go there. But if you want to risk it, you will make a lot more money. The final one is very simple. It's PvP. And I would probably say PvP would be the quickest of them all. But if you're new to the game, obviously, and you're watching this, PvP is hard. There are some really good players. But if you do happen upon a ship and you're feeling pretty strong and you want to take them down, hopefully, and they don't always have it, but hopefully they will have some loot on board. And if you just take them to the merchant, sell them crates to the merchant. So anything that you can sell to the merchant is crates of any kind and gems. And that's pretty much it, apart from like animals and cargo. But they can be worth a lot, some crates. For example, a rag and bone crate, worth a lot of money. But these are sort of things that we will find in time. So I'm going to disappear now, and I'm going to cut to the outro video that I have prepared. So everybody, that's it for this video. I hope that you've gained some sort of knowledge from this. This can help you propel yourself to Pyro Legend and beyond. So just a quick recap: we covered cargo runs, we covered the commodities, the manifests, cargo runs in the Devil's Roar, and PvP. all those combined together are going to let you become pirate legend in absolutely no time whatsoever. So go out there, give them a go, see how you get on, and then come back to the comments and let me know how you got on. And if there's any more questions or anything you need, please let me know. And hopefully I'll see you out there on the seas. So I'm going to head to bed now. It's nearly 3 in the morning. I'm very tired. And please make sure that if you do like what you're seeing, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It's going to help me so much. It's going to make me realize that how much you guys appreciate what I've done. This is my first edited video, so please be kind with me. So I'm going to head to bed, so I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.